a unique set of circumstances has presented themselves in a timeline and in a manner that is perfect for what I'm about to say. That burn-in of dynamic, hybrid, or balanced armature in-ear monitors or headphones is absolute and total, utter bullshit. Absolute. I have OCD documented through hundreds of videos talking about shit that makes no sense to the average person sometimes, about moments and tracks. I did a live stream and talked to 100 people, maybe 200, talking about a left channel beep on Wanna Be Startin' Something by Michael Jackson at 127 to 132 on just the left side. A cowbell that seems to do twice, or like a subtle beep. A thing that I don't think anybody ever wrote or mentioned in the history of the internet. I was talking about on a live stream, and some of the people, they caught it, and some of the people didn't catch it. That's who I am. And I'm talking about burn-in. And burn-in is where subtle differences occur because you play sound or pink noise or something through a driver, and it's going to do things like open up, it's going to settle down, it's going to smooth out, it's going to whatever the fuck it is it's not doing that you want it to do, that the reviewer or somebody's telling you it's going to do if you give it time. I'm here to tell you, as a person with mental level OCD, documented in my videos, documented in live stream, that listens to the fucking minutia in music, that would pick up the differences of time of 100 and 200 hours put into a set, that it's all bullshit. And if anybody tells you that you should hold on to a set because you need to burn them in, and their owner, allow them their, you know, their opinion. They paid to say what they want. If a reviewer or a company says that, if the company says it, you tell the company, you burn the fucking thing in and I'll buy it. I don't need to fucking do, it's like a beta tester. You want to give me something that needs a little more work? You do all the fucking work. Why can I walk into an audio store in fucking Tokyo and see racks and racks and racks and racks of hundreds and thousands of in-ear monitors all playing the same fucking song at the same fucking time because they're running out of fucking relay stations where you just plug tons of them in. If you're a boutique place that's selling fucking 5 to 10,000 units a year, you can afford to plug in 100 per night, burn them in all overnight, or however many fucking hours you need, and then box them up and then send them out. It doesn't happen because it's all bullshit. 16mm dynamic driver, had it for fucking years, mini XLR termination, got 4.4, 2.5, 3.5 right here, because I need those ones quickly. I've got fucking the PHA3 left-right side. I've got the 3.5 with the balance fucking thing. I got everything for this. I've listened to these for over 1,000 hours. Every DAP I've ever had has played these. They don't change. DAPs are different. DAPs have different characters, is the best way to describe it. And these pick that up. But these don't change. These don't pick up stuff that they couldn't at their before, and they're not losing their ability to pick up anything either. That's the Sony MA900s. They're also the balanced mini XLR. It's a 70mm PET Mylar set. Same fucking plastic, basically, that's on a fucking Coca-Cola bottle. Used for years in the fucking hobby. It does not sound any different than when I fucking first bought it years ago. Like this set, years ago. And I'm a guy that's got a mental level of OCD. If you know people in this hobby, you should send private messages, because there's a 50-50 chance that I've sent them messages threatening to bash their heads off of fucking curbs in front of their children because I was having a bad day or they said something I didn't like. I'm a little bit fucking crazy. And my brain works a little bit different than most people's. And I really do listen to the sound of the finger sliding up the string. Not the song, not everything that goes before it, not everything that follows, but that sound of the finger going up the neck of the guitar because he's reaching up to hit the next note. That's what he's doing. That in-between moment is what I pick up because I don't pick it up on most sets. So that becomes a sonic rally pole. Who the fuck has sonic rally poles? I do. I've been talking about them for years. You would think that those would be easier to hear as sets burn in. Or I would pick up new sonic rally poles. I don't. It doesn't change. 70mm dynamic, 16mm dynamic, huge for its a headphone, 70mm dynamic driver. It's quite large, not for playing or anything else, but dynamic driver. It's very big. In-ear, 16mm. It's very large. These are both prime candidates for the burn-in effect. It doesn't happen. Nothing is happening. There is no opening up, calming down, smoothing over, bringing up. Nothing's fucking happening. Unless it's my brain accepting, negotiating and adjusting on the fly to things that are not absolutely fucking ideal, but I get used to them because that's what my brain does because it protects me. And when someone comes into a fucking thread on a forum or the internet comment section and says, you gotta give it time, the people take stuff and they wrap it in fucking towels and put it in their closets and play music all night long. And I'm fucking crazy? Think about that for a minute now. I have never wrapped up a fucking set of headphones or earphones and played music for whatever the fuck lived in the closet. Or the towels, fucking joy. I think those people are fucking nuts. I am intense. I'm a little more intense than other people. And I have legit OCD. And in the audio world, that's actually an asset. If we're talking about like the minutia in songs or resolution properties of a particular set of earphones, because this thing that I repeatedly talk about is not appearing on this set. And then you look at a graph and say, well, that exists there, so that might be related. Fair. Totally legit. It has nothing to do with fucking burn-in, though. It has to do with the tuning of an IEM. That's it. So burn-in is bullshit. When you first started watching this video, you might have been looking at the lights and thinking, what the fuck? And then at some point you started listening to me. Because what was uncomfortable initially became kind of part of the deal. And that only took a few minutes. Can you imagine what somebody telling you, relax, burn them in, play music for a while, and, you know, after you put in 100 hours, it'll be fine. Somebody watching this video got annoyed when they first saw this and then forgot about it till I brought it up because they thought I'm going to talk about it at the end. Can you imagine what your brain will do if it's suggested that it should try something and you need about 100 hours? Before you reach 100 hours, your brain's already going to come to a conclusion, and it's either going to be one, that I'm fucking stupid. I'm talking about you, not me. And I'm out of this hobby. I'm just going to get something that sounds decent and get the fuck out of here. Or you're going to believe it. The bullshit, I mean. Again, if a person who bought it says it, tolerate them. They paid. They're talking about it. They believe it. If it's someone that's selling it, they're making money. If it's a reviewer that's trying to appeal and say, I never told anybody the DM6 were going to get better. I said I had an issue at the beginning that was glue, and it resolved itself in like a minute. It had nothing to do with fucking burning. Aside from that set, I've never had a set that did anything different. And that was literally something that was in the tube. It had to be. It was moments, not even minutes. It was seconds that something went from one way to the other. That wouldn't be burning because that's supposed to be at least like 100 hours. So this is the EX1000 16mm. I have OCD. That's 70mm. Neither of these things has fucking changed since the day they were opened, and that was years ago. And this has been to Michigan 2 times from Japan. That went to Michigan 1 time from Japan. These are no different. Burn-in is bullshit. People that even try to tell you a little bit are fucking liars. Liars. If they're in this hobby as reviewers, they're liars. If they're fucking sellers, they're worse than liars. They're kind of thieves because they're conning you. If they're owners, you know, the customer's king, God, the boss. I believe that. So if whatever somebody says, if they own it, it's up to you. If a reviewer says it, they're full of shit. There's nothing to back it up. And I have OCD, and I have 2 sets that I've had for years, and they've not changed at all. Never heard a set that changed. And I'm out. And I will never do a video with those flashing lights again. I promise. That was tough for me. I've got ADHD on top of OCD, so I'm totally losing my fucking brain while this is going on. I feel tired. What's that? How long is that fucking... 10 minutes, 43 seconds. It feels like 10 hours. Holy fuck, I'm out.